What's a good word, all you pretty people out there in the interwebs? I'm gonna try to get through this whole video with no cussing, no getting excited. Kind of like doing a live without the trolls in the comment section. First, I wanted to speak to our young man that chimed in the other night from Fresno. Young man, 15 years old, asking some very mature questions and trying to turn his life around. Got himself in trouble, got himself out of trouble. Young man, look up Dry Creek Wrangler School. Gentleman's out of Wyoming, and that's all he does, is all that cowboy up kind of stuff with horses. And then on Sundays, he does a Bible study. I really like that guy a lot. I don't know anything about the school or what it cost or any of that kind of thing. But something tells me you need to look into it, and you need to at least have a conversation with this gentleman. So that was for our young man the other night. And for my locals, look, you folks know as well as I do, there's an element in this town that is not healthy. And I think it's got a lot of folks running scared, including people in the sheriff's department. All I'm going to say to you folks is do the right thing. Listen to your heart, listen to God, and just do the right thing. It's not always easy, but in this day and age, you know as well as I do, right is right and wrong is wrong. That's all I'm going to say on that. You misfits, all of our family. Like I keep saying, this channel doesn't belong to me, and it doesn't. I don't own YouTube. And right now, they got me on a short leash. It's not going to stop me, right? The dear Lord above really touched my heart recently. And you can't unring that bell. I guess somebody's mowing the lawn. You can't unring that bell. Once God has spoken to you, it changes you. Try not to get emotional. It's very powerful for me. First time in my life, I feel like I really got God in my life, right? And it's without a church. You know, a lot of folks out there are hesitant to go to a church and hesitant to crack open a Bible. If you could read, open a Bible. For me, I listened to this man at Dry Creek Wrangler School, his Sunday Bible studies, the way he speaks, the way he explains the words in the Bible and what they mean, right? What, like a dictionary, what is the definition? And he talks about proper language so that you understand those words as they were meant to be understood. It's not an opinion. It's a passion for him. And his wisdom and the way he speaks on God, it really, really touched me quite a while ago. I don't want to say quite a while ago, but weeks ago. And very profoundly. And God has just kind of snowballed. And that's why I feel I'll be okay in this situation. You know, I got a big mouth, and when I'm upset, I call people out. I used to call out my family and friends. It scares people away. They don't want to hear it, right? But when I do that, even the trolls, when I do what I do, I'm hoping somebody will listen and you'll find a better way. You don't have to be, I almost said a swear word. You don't have to be broken all the time. You might be broken, but there's ways around that, right? There's a better way. Right next door. I spent a lot of time in the yard today. I spent a lot of time in the house with mom and dog and did a little work on the deck. And it always makes me feel good. It lightens my load. I'm in great spirits. I miss our live chats. It's a lot of fun. And there's something in it for all of us. This YouTube thing turned into something I would have never imagined in a million years. Sorry, I struggle talking still. This condition I got, it's affected my speech, right down to my cheeks being puffy and drooling. My drooling's gotten better. Don't give me a hard time, but this strange world we live in. I've faced a lot of adversity, overcome most of it, and some of it really broke me quite a bit. But at the end of the day, you can't change what happens around you. You just gotta duck, bob, and weave, right? Get out the way. And like I said the other day, when you're getting about your day, do a kind act for a stranger. That screams at me, man. The younger generation needs to see you lead by example. They really do. Same thing for these folks in this town. Whether they are a doctor or a sheriff or a neighbor, there's good folks there, I'm sure of it. And they've seen this kind of nonsense before, long before I got here. And now's your chance to make a difference. Speak up against tyranny. Speak up against what's wrong and stand for what's right. Even if you got to do it anonymously. And it doesn't have to be for me. I'm sure there are others in this town that face a lot of adversity. There was a lady in the jail when I was in there, and I'm pretty sure she had been up for way too many days, and she was screaming. And in her altered state, she was running her mouth about a cover-up of a homicide. And that tells me still waters run real deep in this town, because she wouldn't have been saying that if there wasn't something to it. Because the way she was saying it was very bone-chilling. And it's easy to dismiss somebody when they're not in their right mind. But anybody that's lived a hard life, and you see people off their rocker, they'll run their mouth about stuff they shouldn't talk about, right? I don't know what the lady's name was, but when I first got there, I was so mad at her because I was going through it and she was screaming, and all I wanted to do was try to sleep to pass time, and I couldn't. On the way out, she was in a cell while I was being told by the deputies to count my chonies and trying to get my money from them. And her and I struck a little conversation, and the two lady deputies were like, "Don't talk to her." And I said, "No, I'm going to talk to her. She needs me." And I did. And I dropped the name of the folks that I got a problem with, and her face went white. And I'll never forget that. They scared her. So I know I'm up against it for sure. But I got resolve, I got God, and I got you good misfits to see me through. I really appreciate all the questions in the lives. When you guys ask me questions about this, that, or the other thing, I love it. So if I can't go live for a while, drop some questions in the comment section. If you need to do it on an old video because they disappear on the new ones, just drop it on an old one. You don't even have to watch the video. Just go leave your question on an old video and I'll find it because the gadget will tell me that you posted something. There's been a lot of fun and games with the YouTube channel, and that's because certain people got a great deal of gadget skills, and they want to stifle my speech. They don't want to be exposed. I just want to leave. I want my justice, and I want to leave. But I can't turn a blind eye to evil. And I really do believe God brought me here because of what's going on here. And it's for someone else. It's not for me, right? Just a beautiful piece of property. I'm out looking at the yard. I've seen rabbits and all kinds of cool stuff today. And somebody's over, right there. I don't care. Makes no never mind to me. I'm sure there'll be folks over there tomorrow for 4th of July. I'm just gonna mind my business, work on my deck, and with a little bit of luck, be able to go live and have some good conversations. I'm gonna try hard to turn over a new leaf. Cut out the cussing, cut out the picking fights and all that kind of stuff, and just try to stay focused on the good folks, right? And not get all caught up in all this negative nonsense. When you're broken and angry, and you got an excuse to let it out, to let it all hang out, it could be really easy to kind of let it go. And I'm gonna try real hard not to do that no more. It makes you look ignorant when you're acting a fool. Often I get off on messing with them trolls because it's a way for me to vent that anger. But the dear Lord has subsided a lot of my anger. I feel much calmer. Yeah, I can get triggered. Yeah, I can get upset, and I can get righteous, without a doubt. One day at a time, as AA says, right? One day at a time. So I'm gonna get off the gadget. The lawnmower's a little loud in the background. Just want to say thank you, and I love you guys, and I appreciate you all very much. Please share these videos, right? If you know somebody that needs a little friendly advice, share them. You need to listen to this guy talk about God, or you need to listen to this guy tell his Willie story. Whatever the case may be, give it to the ones that need it, right? All right. You guys have a beautiful evening. Much love and respect as always. Love the ones that love you back. Do your very best with the rest. And the good ones, like I was telling that young man, when you find a good wife or husband and they're losing their noodle, having a hard time, be patient, be understanding. Be there for them when they come down. Give them a hug. Tell them you love them, you understand. If you need to forgive them, forgive them. We all say things in anger that we don't mean. And I've done it many times. And it's cost me deeply, man. Very deeply. And you guys know why. All right. Thank you very much for being you. Keep up the good work. And I'll see you in the funny papers. Peace.